What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk some ACC football. You know, I usually stick with the SEC, but I had a buddy that called me last night and he was telling me about a dilemma they having in the ACC in which his Miami Hurricanes could get left out of the ACC championship game even if they go undefeated. And I think that is crazy. So SEC fans, we need to pay attention to how this all plays out, because just like the ACC, we don't have divisions either, and we could wind up in this same situation. So we need to pay attention to how this plays out as SEC fans. But anyway, after he told me that, man, I looked into it. I did a little research, and I found the answer of how they gonna figure this out. All right, I found this article on the Miami Herald. All right, it's titled, "Could Hurricanes Go Unbeaten and Not Make ACC Title Game? What Tiebreakers Reveal?" Now, in a situation like this, the ACC got 7 tiebreaker rules, but only one applies right now. All right, the first 4 don't apply because 3 of these teams in the scenario, they don't play each other. All right, but as of right now, in the ACC, you got 4 undefeated teams in conference play: Miami, SMU, Pitt, and Clemson. All right. We know Clemson got 1 loss, but it is not against an ACC or conference opponent. All right. So all 4 of those teams are undefeated in ACC play. Now, Pitt, they got to play 2 of these teams, SMU and SMU and Clemson. They got to play 2 of these teams. Now, if Pitt beat both SMU and Clemson, the ACC championship will be between Pitt and Miami. All right. But if either one of those teams, SMU or Clemson, beat Pitt, Pitt is out of the scenario. So then it comes down to Miami, Clemson, and SMU. And those 3 teams don't play each other. So who will be left out? That's the question. That is the question. And this is not a good situation to be in as far as the SEC, but as far as the ACC, I meant. But who will be left out and how they will decide who plays for the ACC championship has been answered. And this is the answer. An ACC official confirmed on Sunday that if Miami, Clemson, and SMU win their remaining conference games and all of them finish 8-0 in the conference, the tie would be broken by the league's 5th tiebreaker. And that 5th tiebreaker is winning percentage of conference opponents in conference games only. So that 5th tiebreaker favors the 2 teams whose ACC opponents have the best cumulative record. So if Miami and Clemson's ACC opponents have a better cumulative record than SMU's, then it will be Miami and Clemson playing in the ACC championship game. If Clemson and SMU's ACC opponents have a better cumulative record than Miami, then it will be Clemson and SMU playing in the ACC championship game. Miami will be left out. In the other scenario, SMU will be left out. So that's how they gonna figure this thing out. All right. So they got, several tiebreakers. But like I say, the first 4 don't even matter because SMU, Clemson, and Miami don't even play each other, which I think is strange. But that's just the way it is. That's the way their record was set up for the 2024 season, and that's why they in this situation. But for Miami or SMU to go undefeated 13-0 and can't play in their conference championship game is crazy, or to be left out of the conference championship game is crazy. So either one of those teams can finish 13-0 and will be left out of their conference championship game in favor of a 12-1 Clemson. That's fact. If Clemson win out, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, we'll see how it goes. But as of right now, if Pitt lose against either one of those teams, Clemson or SMU, as of right now, it'll be Clemson and Miami playing in the conference title game because both of their cumulative, both of their ACC opponents have a better cumulative record than SMU. So it would be those two right now if Pitt lose to either one of those teams. All right, Clemson or SMU. But that's not a good problem to have. That's not a good problem to have. But I am glad that they already have stuff in place to figure this stuff out. Now, being that this is the SEC's first year without, without divisions, maybe they need to adopt some of this stuff from the ACC. So they won't have no dilemma and trying to figure things out. But we'll see how it all plays out because it's coming. There's going to be a problem for the SEC also. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. But I tell you, ACC, if Miami goes undefeated and get left out of the conference title game, we might see an issue like we had with Florida State on last year. Even though we just talking about a conference championship right now, a conference game, not a playoff game or getting into the playoffs. All right, we might see a similar situation if Miami get left out and they undefeated, or SMU get left out and they undefeated. That's crazy. Now, this don't affect the playoff because either one of these teams could have a loss and get into the playoffs. All right, each one of these teams could make it to the ACC championship game, lose, and still get into the playoffs. So we'll see. Now I think it will affect Clemson more than it affect Miami or SMU. All right, if they catch a loss simply because Clemson already got a loss, even though it ain't in the ACC, it will still affect their playoff chances if they get another loss. So we'll see how it all works out. But like I say, none of this affects either team's playoff chances, which is a good thing. Now, could be every one of these teams end up with at least one loss in conference play because all of these teams got more conference game to play. And all of them could possibly lose a game in conference play, and none of this will matter, and all this stuff will just work itself out. But just in case they don't, somebody going to get left out, and they'll be undefeated in conference play. So we might have to get ready for a little drama in the ACC at the end of the regular season when it comes to this ACC championship game. So we might want to be on the lookout for that. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. This is going to happen to the SEC. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. But anyway, I just thought I'd bring that to your attention. ACC fans, if you're not aware, plus the SEC fans, being that we don't have divisions anymore. This is just something that we're going to have to think about. So, for all you Miami fans, I hope y'all get in, and I hope y'all play Clemson in y'all title game, because I think that would be a good game. I think that would be the most competitive game as far as ACC teams. So, we'll see which two wind up in that ACC championship game. But I don't want to see Pitt in there because I don't think they have no chance of winning it. I don't. I think SMU got a better chance than Pitt. That's just me. But hey, it is what it is. I just thought I'd bring this to the college football world, and give me your opinion in the comment section. Do you agree with the way that they figuring this thing out? All right. because I don't think tiebreaker 6 and 7 going to really count. You know what I'm saying? I think tiebreaker number 6. Tiebreaker number 6 is it'll be the tied team with the highest ranking by the team rating score metric provided by Sportsoft Analytics following the conclusion of the regular season games. I don't think it's going to come down to any metric or rating score. And number 7, the 2 representatives will be chosen by a draw as administered by the commissioner or commissioner's designee. I don't think it'll come down to a draw to see what 2 teams will play. All right. Like I said, number 5 is the best way to go about it. And if all these teams wind up with 1 conference loss, it won't matter anyway. So, but hey, this is just something we need to pay attention to. But that's all I got for now. Remember to be blessed, and KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.